This
regarding
conference
last
will now
class?
be recorded.
No, ma'am.
Okay, what about your work? Practical assignments?
Ma'am,
The
I have
pa-
done it, but the last thing is left. You will get it by today or tomorrow morning.
yeah, sure, no issues. What about others?
Ma'am, I was not attending the class on Friday, so can I submit it within the next 2 days?
Okay, no issues. Okay,
Okay. Yeah, I'll
so
send it to
when you
you
do,
in WhatsApp.
send it in
Where
WhatsApp.
should
You have a group,
all
no?
right.
That MCC group
Yeah,
is
yeah,
there.
we do. Huh?
Okay, you
There.
send
All
it in
right.
that.
Yeah.
Okay,
There. Okay, okay. Thank you, ma'am.
yeah. So, do you have any query regarding last class? Whatever we have discussed regarding the charts, sparkline, okay, hyperlink, sort and filter.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Sorry.
I have not attended the last class, so could you please just tell me what the assignment was about?
Okay, you do one thing. So, which is related to your sort and filter. Okay. After that, you have to prepare a 5 charts. Okay, which contain the different data like column, line, area, bar, pie chart. You create it. After that, sparkline. That's so. These are the some assignments. So today we'll receive a link regarding the Friday's class. Okay. So if you have any query, you can go through that. Is it fine for you?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, chalo. So today we are going to continue with our Excel part, that is page layout. I'll just share you the screen. The screen is visible to you.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay, fine. Okay, today we are going to continue with our data. So can you tell me what is the shortcut key for converting the data into a table?
Control T.
Good. So as we discussed regarding the page layout, I think themes are done. When you want to convert quickly style the data, so in that time we are using the themes. Okay. I think if you want to set the margin for you can set the margin normal, wide and narrow and custom margin. So as per your requirement, you can set the margin at the top, bottom, left and right. Okay. So after that, we done with the page orientation. Can you tell me how many types of page orientations are there?
Two types,
Um,
portrait and landscape.
Good. So and you can set the page size of a page like A4, A5, B4, tabloid. So as per your requirement, you can set the page size here. Till here we have discussed it for the last class, I think.
yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes,
fine.
ma'am.
So I don't think so you have any query regarding the themes and these three options in page setup.
No, ma'am.
Okay. So print area. The next topic we are going to learn, that is print area. So when I press Ctrl P here, so you can see here it is printing the whole data here, like the whole spreadsheet or the worksheet, like 5 pages are there. It is printing the pages for us. Now I don't want to print the whole data or the whole sheet. So for that purpose, I'll select the data here. I want only the 25 entries. So I'll select the 25 entries or the 30 entries. After selecting the data, can you see a print area, just click on this set print area. When you click on the set print area, if you don't select the data also, when you press a control P, so it will print only the selected data. Got it? Or can I explain it once?
Got it, ma'am.
Okay, so this is how we set the print area. If you want to clear the print area, just click on this clear print area option. Now when you click a control P option, normally you can print the whole table. Okay, so the next step is how to set a background to your spreadsheet. So you can set the background to your spreadsheet. I'll just click on this option, so you can search here. After select any one of the image, click on insert option. So you can see here, you can set the background to your spreadsheet. Okay, so when you take a print of it, so you can see here, it will not print with your data. So it is just a background to your worksheet or a spreadsheet. So if you don't want, you can just click on this delete background option. Any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so when I press control P here, you can see here for
Excuse me,
first
ma'am.
page. Yes, pa.
Ma'am, for that background which you showed, but
Okay,
how is this helpful in if it doesn't show in printing, then how is it helpful to put a background
just
in an Excel sheet?
okay. Listen to me. It is just for a view purpose, guys. Okay, we are not inserting any picture in the Excel sheet. Okay, it is just for a view for your sheet. That is the thing. Okay,
Okay,
so
ma'am, understood.
we set wallpaper for desktop. Yes or no? So like
Yes,
that,
ma'am.
I'm just setting the background for my worksheet.
Okay, ma'am, understood.
Okay, so I'll press Control P. So you can see here for first page I have a header. Can you see here? I have order ID, product, category, amount, date, and the country. I have the heading for the first page. When I scroll it, so for second page, so when I click on this second page, so I'm not getting any heading for second page, third page, fourth, and fifth. Okay. Now, if I want the heading for each and every page, so you have the option here, print titles. Okay. So how to use this print title option? Just click on this. When you click on this, you have the option here, rows to repeat at the top. Just select it. After selecting, you have to select the whole row. Can you see here? When you click on this one option, it will select the entire row. So after selecting the entire row, click on OK option. So when you press the Control P or the you can in the preview for first page by default we have second page, third, fourth, fifth. Any doubt? If you want, I'll explain it
Ma'am, can you
once.
explain this once again?
Yeah, sure, ma. I'll just remove this. You got the what is the use of print title?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So when I press the Control P, when I am taking a print of any table or a data, so for first page we'll get the headings like order ID, product, category, amount, date, and the country. But when I click on the second page, I'm not getting any heading for my table. Okay. So for that purpose, if I want the heading for each and every page. So we are using the option here, print titles. Got it? Or can I explain it once?
Got it, ma'am.
Okay. Now how to work on it? Just click on this print title option. When you click on this print title option, you have the option here, page setup. In that, you have the option rows to repeat at the top. So I'm using here, I'll just select this cell or that option. So after selecting that option, can you see here? Just press on this one option. It will select the whole row. Okay. After selecting the entire row, do you have any query till here? If you want, I'll explain it once. No issues regarding that.
No, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So after this, you have the option here, OK. Now, when I click on this Control P, when I see the preview here, by default, we have the headings for first page. When I click on the second page, can you see here? I'm getting the headings for my data for the second page and the whatever the remaining pages are there. So this is a use of what? Print titles.
In
Got it?
titles.
Or can I explain it
Yes, ma'am.
once?
Got it, ma'am.
Okay. So do you have any query regarding any of the options here? Main important is print title and the margin orientation and the size and the print area when you're working for an original company. Okay. Chalo. Next. So when I press a control P here, how many pages are there, guys? 5 pages. 1, 2, 3, and 5 pages are there. Now I want to print the same data in a 3 pages. So in that time we are using the scale to fit option. When you want to print the same data in a less page, we are using the scale to fit option. So what you have to do, just click on this pop-up button. You have to set a page here. Click on this 3 pages width. So I'm setting the same thing for my height also. After setting the data or the pages here, press Ctrl P. You can see here, you'll get the same data in the 3 pages, 1, 2, and 3. So this is a use of your scale to fit option. Got it? Or can I explain it once?
Got it, ma'am.
Other people?
Can you explain it once?
Yeah. You got the meaning of scale to fit?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, so when I have a more pages, like here I have a 5 pages. When I want to print the 5 pages of 5 pages of a data within a 3 page. Okay. So what you have to do, go to the page layout option, scale to fit, pop up, click on pop up button. You have the option here 3 pages. Okay. If you want to do 2 pages, you can go for the 2 pages. So I'm selecting the 3 pages here. For a width, for a height also I'll set the 3 pages. Okay. After setting the pages, now when you press Ctrl P option, so your whole data is going to print in a 3 pages. 1, 2, 3. So this is a use of what? Scale to fit option. Got it? Or can I explain it once?
Got it, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So I'll click on automatic. I don't want to these pages to be printed in a 3 pages. So I'll go for okay. The next option we are going to learn, that is sheet options. So I have some data here. I'll just remove the format for this. So see here, can you see here, all these things are the grid lines. Okay, the lines you have, that we call it as a grid lines. If you don't want to view, you can just deselect it. Can you see here? So if you want, you can just click on this. Now when I press Ctrl P, so can you see here, any grid lines are there in your data? So it will not print with the grid lines. For that option, can you see here, you have the grid lines, you have the print. Just click on this print option. So when you click on this print option, press Ctrl P. Now it will print your data with grid lines. Okay, got it? Or can I explain once which is related to your grid lines?
Ma'am, I have a small doubt here. So,
Yeah.
for grid lines, we have to deselect the view option and then print, right? To
No,
print
no,
it
no, not
without
like that. No, no, no.
then.
If you want to print with grid lines, you have to select you have to enable the print option here. Okay. When you deselect or you enable it, can you see when I press Control P option, you don't get any grid lines here. When you want to print with the grid lines, then what you have to do, click on this or select that option.
Oh, okay, ma'am. Understood.
Okay, when you are in a normal view, can you see here, these are the grid lines. If you don't want these grid lines to be shown in a spreadsheet, you can deselect it. Okay, any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So when I press Control P, so if I want to print my data with headings, can you see here, A, B, that columns are represented with the alphabets. When you want to print with that headings, you can just select the print option, press Ctrl P. You can see here it will print your data with headings. Okay, so if you don't want to view in your spreadsheet, you can deselect it. Select and deselect. Any doubt regarding this sheet options?
Ma'am, if we put borders on all sides and we remove the grid, so the borders are coming. So like the
Yeah,
process is
yeah, yeah.
fine, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So when you give the borders, I'll just show it to you. I'll select the data. I'll click on pop-up. I'll set all borders to my data. Okay. I'll go to the page layout. If I deselect the print of a grid lines also, when I press a Control P, so you can see the preview here. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
When you don't give the like borders to your data, okay, so when you want to be in a systematic manner, in that time you just on the grid lines print option, press Ctrl P, so you can see it will print with the grid lines. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
so any doubt regarding your page setup, scale to fit and sheet option? Because we are starting with the formulas. Okay, if you have any query, whatever we have discussed for the last classes, let me know, guys. So we'll have a, okay, we'll have a communicate with that particular points of the topic. Okay, we'll have a discussion on that. So if you don't have any doubt, I'll start with the formulas.
No doubt, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So any formulas you know about, any formula you know in Excel, formulas or functions?
Min and max. I know that to find out the minimum value and maximum value. Sum,
Okay.
average.
Okay.
Mean, median, mode, mom.
Median and mode. Okay.
Range between.
Range between. Okay. Okay, fine. Other people don't know about the formulas and functions.
Mom, addition, subtraction.
Addition, subtraction. Okay. So we'll start with the basic formulas today. So we'll have a discussion regarding the sum, minimum, maximum, average ifs, sum, after that sum if it is possible, we'll go for product. Then we'll have a discussion on some like round functions and other things. Is it fine? But once we'll start with the practical, your practical assignment should be ready, guys. So tomorrow you send me, so I'll check it. If so whatever the mistakes or the things are there, we'll have a discussion. Okay, so I'll start with the formulas. So I have some data here. So like I have some roll numbers or registration number, names, and some subjects are there. So now I want to make a total of each subject. Okay, so I want to make a total of each persons. Okay, so can you tell me the formula for me? If you don't know, I'll explain it to you.
Ma'am, I think it can be a formula would start with is equal to, then
Okay.
sum,
Okay.
bracket open. Uh,
uh,
then we can also we can choose the range of the cells we want to add, or we can
hmm?
just choose individual sums and do plus in between. So these are the two methods I think where we can use sum. So like
Okay.
here we can put C2 uh, uh, colon
Okay.
H2, so for
Okay.
CRM, and then close the
Okay.
bracket and press enter, or we can write
Okay.
C2 plus D2 plus E2 and then so on till H2 and then
Good.
put enter.
Okay, so I'm using here, I'll tell you the two methods. Okay, so I'll use equals to sum. Okay, open the bracket, select the data from one subject to last subject. Otherwise you can type it like C2 colon H2. Instead of, you can select the subject or the data or the number. After selecting it, close the bracket, click on enter option. Got it, or can I explain it once? If you want, I'll explain it once. Equals to sum, open the bracket, select the numbers. You can select the numbers. After selecting the numbers, close the bracket, click on enter option. This is the formula for to calculate, to make a total of any set of numbers or data. So click on enter option. So otherwise it is a long process when you have a large amount of a data. So don't try when you have a large amount of a data to calculate. Only for when you have a two or a three cells to calculate, in that time you can use this method. So I'll use equals to plus, I'll select one by one, plus first subject, second subject, third, fourth, fifth, plus H4. Click on enter button. So you can use this method when you have a to calculate the one or a two cells. But when you have a large data, always use equals to sum, open the bracket, select the data. You can use C4 colon to H4, close the bracket, enter. Any doubt?
Mom, second method, can you repeat it, mom?
Yeah, sure, pa. But it is useful when you have a 2 or 3 cells. Okay, don't use for a long data, longer calculation. Okay, equals to.
Yes, mom.
Okay, so remember one thing, each and every formula will start with equals to. Okay, so I'll select equals to, I'll select a first subject plus second subject plus third subject plus fourth plus fifth plus. So now for h2 I'm using, I'll type here h2, close the bracket. Any doubt, ma?
No, mom.
Okay, click
Mom, in
on
the
enter.
beginning we won't. Excuse, mom. In the beginning we won't open the bracket, mom.
No need of it, pa. If you want, you can remove this one minute. Click on enter option. If you want, you can
Okay,
open
mom.
both the side. Okay, so if you want, you can open the bracket both the side.
Okay, mom.
Okay, otherwise you can remove it, no issues regarding the brackets. Okay, but when you're
Okay.
using the formula here equals to sum, in that time you have compulsory, you have to open the bracket, you have to select the data.
Okay, mom.
Okay, now every time I'm using the equals to sum, open the bracket, I'll select the data. Instead of that, we have the shortcut key to for us calculate the total. So that is alt equals to is the shortcut key to insert the sum formula. Okay, what you have to do, select the cell first. Okay, I want to make a total horizontal, so I'm selecting the cell first. After selecting the data, press alt. You have the option equals to. After selecting the cell, you press alt equals to. Got it, or can I explain it once?
Got it, ma'am.
Once more,
Ma'am,
mom.
can you explain it once more for me?
Yeah, pa, yeah. So I'll just stop. So I can use alt. Okay, alt equals to is the shortcut key for what? Sum formula. So I'll use, you have to select the, first you have to select the cell. After selecting the cell, so in your keyboard you have the option here alt. Then on backs, you have the option here equals to. Just press alt equals to. So automatically it will select the data for you. You can see here I have a data equals to sum, open the bracket, select the data, close the bracket. Everything is ready for me. Got it, or can I explain it once?
Got it, mom.
What about other people?
Got it, ma'am.
Click,
Got it, ma'am.
okay, click on enter option. Now, instead of doing the applying the formula for each and every row, just select that, keep the cursor here and drag it. Okay, any doubt?
Ma'am, for some like if we did some of the like first row, so
Okay,
and if we select this, so like there will be the sum of all the rows, right?
yeah. See here,
Okay.
when you double click on it, you'll get the formula for the second row. When you double click on this, you can see here. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Now listen to me. Now I want to make a grand total of it. So what you have to do, you can use the formula equals to sum, open the bracket, you have to select the data. Instead of that, what is the shortcut key to insert the uh, sum formula?
Alt equals to.
Okay, press alt equals to, automatically it will understand column wise I have to make a total. You can see here equals to sum, open the bracket, it will select the data, close the bracket and enter. So this is how we use the alt equals to formula, the sum formula. No doubt.
No, ma'am.
Can you show it again?
Which one, ma? Alt equals to grand total or the whole
Grand
thing?
total, ma'am.
Okay. So I want to make a total of it, no? Like total, the whole thing. So you have to keep the cursor here. Okay. You can use this formula also. Okay. So I'll just show with the formula equals to sum, open the bracket. So I want to make a total of it, grand total of it. So I'll select the data or the number, close the bracket, enter. This is a one method. Otherwise directly you can use the shortcut key, so that is alt equals to. Got it, or can I explain it once?
Yes, ma'am, got it.
Okay, click on enter option. Now if I want to know the maximum marks in a total, so I want to know the maximum marks. Okay, so I'm using a formula here, equals to max, equals to max, open the bracket, I'll select the data. Remember one thing, while selecting the data, be careful. Whichever you want, select that only. Okay. So I'm selecting here from NI 101 to 110. Okay. So equals to max, open the bracket, select the data, close the bracket. Any doubt? If you want, I'll explain it once. Equals to max, open the bracket, select the numbers. Otherwise you can type it like I2 to I11. After that close the bracket. Any doubt?
One more time, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So if you want to calculate the maximum formula, you have to use equals to. So instead of searching here who has taken the maximum marks in a list, you can use the maximum formula. Okay. So I'll use equals to max. Max stand for max, to calculate the maximum, uh, the value in the selected data. So equals to max, open the bracket. After that select the data or the number. Okay. After that close the bracket. Any doubt?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
No,
Guys,
ma'am.
guys, everyone writing the formulas, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Good. Click on enter option. Then I want to know who has taken the minimum marks. So instead of searching in the data, I'll use a formula here, equals to min. Excuse me. Equals to min, open the bracket. After that select the data. So close the bracket, click on enter option. Any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Sure.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So if I want to know the average of this class, so I'm using here equals to average, equals to average select the data. After that, close the bracket. Okay, click on enter option. Equals to average, open the bracket, select the number or a data, close the bracket, click on enter option. Click on enter option. Okay, any doubt?
Yes, ma'am.
You have a doubt, ma? Tell me, ma.
No, ma'am, no doubt. Understood.
Okay, no issues. So what you the next assignment is, at least, okay, you have to prepare 20 data with their names and some subjects, and make a total of it with using a formula function, and calculate the maximum, minimum, and the average of that class. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So the next, these are the basic formulas of Excel. The next we are going to learn, okay, we'll just go for the product, then we'll go for the remaining one. So I have some data here. So you can see here some items are there, quantity, rate. Now I want to calculate the amount. Okay. So can you tell me how to calculate the amount of it?
Equal, alt plus equal to, then like we'll sum.
Guys, think that you have a grocery business. Okay, you're purchasing the sugar worth rupees
We'll
250.
multiply
Okay.
250 by 40.
Yeah. So multiplication, for that we are using the product function. Okay.
Okay.
So when you're adding, you go for the sum. When you're multiplying, you will go for the product function.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, excuse me. Okay, fine. Give me a 1 minute. Okay. Sorry for the disturbance. We'll continue. Now, so I'm using here equals to product, equals to product. Open the bracket. You can select number 1, comma, number 2. If you have more than that, you can multiply with comma and select the cell of it. Equals to product, open the bracket, select the quantity, comma, select the rate, close the bracket, click on enter option. Any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Select it and drag it. Okay. So one more, you can use normal, equals to, okay, quantity, you can use a multiplication symbol here, rate, click on enter option, you'll get the same answer. So whichever is easy, you can use that method. Now I want to make a gross amount. I'll just go for one. Can you tell me how to make a total of it?
Ma'am, alt and equal to that shortcut method, or we can use the
Yeah,
sum function.
good. So you can use alt equals to, otherwise you can use equals to sum, open the bracket, select the data, close the bracket, enter. Now I want to take the 5% tax on that total amount. Any one of you can guide me how to work on it?
Total divided by 5 into 100.
Okay. You can use equals to, select the total. So you can use multiply by 5%. Same thing, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So what you have to do, equals to, select the total, multiply by 5%, click on enter button. So we can easily calculate the tax on the total amount. Now I want a gross amount. So every time, no need of using the sum formula. So I told you the second method, no, equals to total plus GST or the tax. Click on enter button. Any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Okay, fine then.
Ma'am, could you please explain how to do the GST one once again?
Sure, ma. So what you have to do, select the cell. Okay. After that, I'm using here equals to. So on this total, I want to calculate 5% tax. So I'm selecting the total. So after selecting the total, multiplication symbol, that is star 1, 5%. Any doubt?
No, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Okay. Now how to make a total of it? You can use equals to. So D11. So I have to select the D9 and D10. So click on enter button. Okay. So just work on this product formula. So the next, any doubt till here? So whatever we have discussed regarding the basic one.
No, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So the next one is sum functions. Not only the totaling of a sum, we have a sum if and sum ifs. Okay. When you have only one criteria, we are using the sum if function. Okay. When you have one criteria, we are using sum if. Okay. If you have more than one criteria, we are using sum if function. Okay. So see here, if I want to make a total of Jan, okay, for April, May, June, right? Okay, see here, I have some data, some product are there. I have a region, state, and I have a 3 months sales here of 2024. Now I want to make a total of it. So I want to make a total of June month. Can you tell me what is the formula for this?
Alt equals to, and we'll select the date of 24 June.
Okay. So we can use a formula here. equals to sum. You can select the June data or the June sales of a product. Close the bracket, enter. Okay, this is a normal one. Now, so I'll make, for example, I'll give one criteria. I want May month. Okay, I want only to calculate May sales in the north. Got my point, or can I explain it once?
Explain this once again.
One more
Okay,
time, ma'am.
yeah, see here. I have some May sales here. When you use some formula, it will calculate for the each and every product or the each and every region. Okay. Now
Yes,
I
ma'am.
want to make a total of only which is related to a north. Okay. In the month of May. I want to calculate the
Yes, ma'am.
north sales in the month of May. Got my point, or can I explain it once? Guys, if you want, I'll explain it once.
Got it, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So, I have one criteria here. So I have some region here. In it include each and every region like north, south, east, west. But I want to calculate only which is related to a north in the month of May. So I'm using here sum if. So I'll use a formula here equals to sum if, open the bracket, range. Okay, range, first I'll select my region. In the region, comma, what you are looking for, what is your criteria, guys? In this region, what is your criteria?
North.
North.
Good. So the criteria is north. Close the quotation. Remember one thing, always when you're giving the criteria should be in the double quotation. Okay, comma. So we done with the range and criteria. The next one is you want to make a total of which month? That is May month. So some range is May. You have to select the May month. Any doubt? If you want, I'll explain it once.
Got it, ma'am.
Okay. So take the formula here equal to sum if range comma criteria comma sum range. So I'll close the bracket. Any doubt till here, other people?
And can you explain it once again?
Sure, ma. You got my point, no? Like, I want to calculate the north sales in the month of May. So when I use a sum option, okay, so we'll get the total of it, which include all the region like south, east, west, everything. I want to calculate only the north sales in the month of May. In that time, we are using this sum if function. You got my point? Otherwise, I'll explain it once.
Ah, okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Now, sorry.
Ah, understood.
Okay. So equals to sum if, open the bracket, range. Can you see a range? My range is region, so I'm selecting the region here. My range is done. Do you have any query till here?
No, ma'am.
So use a comma. Then you have the option here, criteria. What is my criteria? In this region, I'm looking for what?
North.
Okay, so that is my criteria. So criteria is in the double quotation. So I'll type here north, close the quotation. After that, I'm using a comma. And what is your sum range? So what is your sum range? Which month you are looking for this north
May.
data? So
May.
May.
select the May data. Okay. After this, what you have to do? Close the bracket. Any doubt?
No, ma'am. Clear.
Okay, click on enter button. So I just want to clarify with the cross verification. So you have only 10 or 8 or 10 datas are there. So in that time you can calculate by like manually you can calculate it. But when you have a more than like 200 entry, 500 entry, so in that time you can use this formula. Okay, I'll cross check with this. I'll use equals to. You can see a north May sales. I'll select it plus. After that, I have a north May sales. Enter plus north. I'll select the May sales. Any doubt till here? Click on enter button. So you'll get the same data, okay, or the same value. So always use a sum if function when you have only one criteria. I'll click on delete option. Any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Now, if I have more than one criteria, now I want to know the okay, that is south. We have 1, 2, 3. Okay, fine. So south Karnataka. Here we have a Tamil Nadu. South we have a Karnataka. Now, so I'm using here two criteria. Okay, first criteria in the south. Okay, second criteria in Karnataka. What is this sales of April? Got my point? In a south region, that is particularly in Karnataka, what is the total sales in April? Okay, got it or can I explain it once?
Got it, ma'am.
Okay, so I want to know what is the total sales in South North sales in Karnataka in the month of, we'll go for April 24. So here we have a two criteria. The first criteria is your region, second criteria is your state. For that purpose, I am using sum if functions. Sum ifs equals to sum ifs, open the bracket. So here first you have to select the sum range. So it is in April. So I am selecting the sum range first. I'll select the April, comma. What is the first criteria? My first criteria is I'll select the range, comma. In that what I'm looking for a south. I'll use it as a 1 minute. I'll use a south, close the quotation, comma, in south, particularly Karnataka state. So I'm using here second range is, I'll select a state, comma, in that particularly Karnataka. Karnataka. No. Close the quotation. Any doubt? If you want, I'll explain it once.
Ma'am, can you explain it again?
Okay. So you can use equals to some ifs, because we have a two criteria here. The first criteria is region. The second criteria is my state. Okay. I'll open the bracket. So first I'll select my sum range. So I'm looking for April sales in Karnataka. So I'll select a sum range, comma. What is my first range? I'll select a region. Okay. After selecting the region, in that particularly you're looking for what?
South.
Okay. Type here south with a double quotation, comma. What is your second region? In the south, particularly they have mentioned their Karnataka. So I'm using here the second criteria is state. In that you are looking for which state?
Karnataka.
So type there Karnataka. So Karnataka, close the quotation, close the bracket. Any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Other people?
Understood, ma'am.
Okay, click on enter option. So you can see a 7316. So we'll cross verify it, equals to South Karnataka April plus, after that I'll go for South Tamil Nadu. So I'm not going to calculate it. South Karnataka April. Click on enter button. You'll get the same date. This is how we use this sum if, sum ifs. When you have one criteria, we'll go for sum if. When you have more than one criteria, we are using sum if functions. Got it? Or can I explain it once? Any doubt
Got it,
regarding
ma'am.
sum ifs? Okay, fine. So you'll work on these three options, which is related to your sum functions. Then we are going to learn about average. Okay. So average, I have some data here. Year.
Ma'am, can you show me the data for sum if?
Okay, sure, ma. You want a
Got it,
formula?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
I want to show the formula or the data of it, ma.
Just the data, ma'am. That's it. Got it.
Okay, pa. So I'll go for average ifs.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, pa.
Ma'am, like, can't we keep averages function for the next class?
Why, ma?
Like, ma'am, it's like getting all mixed up, I guess.
Is it? What about others? Only one person I can't I can't skip for the next class, no.
Okay, ma'am, you can continue like if others have no problem with it.
That is the reason. Okay. So
Ma'am,
I'll
what
just
about tomorrow, ma'am? Do we have class tomorrow, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Tomorrow you have a class. Any functions or any festivals are there? No, na.
Tomorrow and day after tomorrow, college is not there, ma'am. So we are.
Okay.
And also
Any
next day it's Muharram, so that's why day after I'm not sure if we'll have class
uh,
about that.
don't worry about it, guys. In the group, they are going to inform you regarding when you have a class, when you don't have the class. Don't worry about it. They will update it. Okay, guys. Am I
Okay.
going? Guys, am I going fast? You're not getting any of the point, or you have a confusion regarding any of the formulas, whatever we have discussed till today.
No, ma'am. It's just a new topic, no, ma'am. So we are feeling little difficult. That's it, ma'am.
Oh, is it? Okay, fine. I'll just discuss with this averages. So we'll wind up. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So I have some data here. Guys, don't worry if you when you work on it, if you have any query which is related to whatever we have discussed till today, so if you don't understand any of the point, let me know in the next class. We'll have a discussion on that point. Okay?
Ma'am,
Okay, ma'am.
is it possible to just send the data because we feel difficult to solve the formulas and also type the data along with you, ma'am?
Oh, you want everything in a ready-made? Fine, I'll send it to you. Don't worry. Okay, fine, no issues. I'll send it to you. Next, we'll go for this. And remember one thing, when I send you the whole workbook to you, so if you don't understand any of the formulas, just double click on this. Okay, you'll get the formula.
Okay, ma'am.
With formula, I'll send you the data. Fine. So if I want to know the average, so you can use the, here I'm using the year. Here we have product name, size of it, quantity, total sales. Okay. So I'm using here, I want to know the quantity average of 2016. Okay. So here we are using the average.
Hello, ma'am, can you hear me? Good tension.
Yes, yes, ma. Tell me, ma.
Uh, Ma'am, my net is not working properly, so can I attend with my friend from her device?
Okay, pa.
Ma'am, but like attendance?
Attendance, I'll give you. What's your name? Can you tell me your name?
Ma'am, yeah, my name is Simran Bhanot, ma'am.
Okay, fine, ma. I'll give the attendance
Yes,
to you.
thank you, ma'am.
Yes, pa.
I'm attending from Tanushree phone, ma'am.
Ha, pa. No issues.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Yes. Guys, if you want, I'll explain it the formulas. Okay. I'll explain you some form, some ifs. If you okay, if you like, if you have any confusion regarding the sum functions, otherwise I'll continue with average if.
Ma'am, you can continue with the average.
Okay, no issues then. Fine. So if I want to know the quantity average in the year 2016, here we have a data which is related to 2016 and 17. Okay, so first I'll show you the normal function, that is average. So I'll equals to average. Already we have discussed regarding that. I'll select a data. So one minute. I'll just select the data which is related to a quantity. Okay. Equals to average. I'll select the quantity data. I'll close the bracket, enter. So it is showing the average of total quantity. Now I want the average of only which is related to the year 2016. So what I'll do, I'll using here average if, because I have only one criteria here. So I'm using here equals to average if. Okay, same formula like a range. What is the range? I'll select this range. So in this range, I'll use a quotation. Okay, that is, I'm looking for what? Which year? My criteria is 2016.
16.
Any doubt till here?
No,
Guys,
ma'am.
No, ma'am.
fine, good. Comma, average range, nothing but. So I'm looking for the quantity. So I'll select this is my average range. So I'll select the quantity of it. I'll close the bracket, enter. So this is the average range for the year 2016. Average quantity for the 2016 year. Got it, or can I explain it once?
Ma'am, can you repeat, ma'am?
Sure, pa. You got my point. So when you, this is the average for the total quantity. Now I want to calculate what is the average quantity for the 2016 year. Okay, for that purpose I'm using here equals to average if, because I have one criteria that 2016 average if. Any doubt till here?
No, ma'am.
Fine. So range. So I'll select a range here, that is year. In the particular year data, comma, what is your criteria?
Quantity.
2016.
2016 is my criteria. Quantity is my average range. So I am using here quantity as a average range. Okay. Any doubt? If you want, I'll explain it once.
No, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Click on enter button. So 122 is the quantity range for the year 2016. No doubt?
No, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, fine. Next. Now I'm using average ifs here. So here I have a 2017 year and I want to know the average of only the particular product, that is blazer. Okay. So I want to know the what is the quantity sales in the year 2016 of the product blazers. Any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Equals to average ifs. So first I'll go for the average range, that is quantity. Okay, comma, criteria 1 is year. In that particularly I'm looking for 2017. Any doubt till here? So if
No,
you want,
ma'am.
I'll explain it once, guys. The other people.
Explain it again, ma'am.
Okay, pa. So you got the question, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine then. Equals to average ifs, because I have a two criteria. First criteria is year, the second criteria is product name. Okay, so I'm using here equals to average ifs So average range is quantity. Average range is quantity, comma. The first range and the criteria is, the first range is year, comma. In that you're looking for which year?
2017.
So 2017, close the quotation, comma. What is the second criteria?
Blazers.
First you have to select the range, guys, product name. In that your criteria is blazers. Any doubt?
No, mom.
Other people?
Ma'am,
Papa?
ma'am, if it's a problem, we put the average range in the first of the formula or last of the formula. Does it matter where we put the average range?
I can't hear you, ma. There is a lot of disturbance.
Okay. Can you hear
Can,
me now?
yeah, tell me, ma.
Okay. Like, if there any problem if we put the average range in the first of the formula or last of the formula, like we can, is
You can
there
go for first.
in,
Yes, tell me, ma. Tell me.
no, no, ma'am, you tell.
Sorry?
No, that I'm asking that is there any problem if we put the average range in the first of the formula or last of the formula? Is there any uh, thing
Like,
like that? We should put it
first we can
first.
select the blazer. After that, we can go for the year, like that.
No, no, the first one, the D2 semicolon D11 quantity averages.
No. You don't get the data properly. I'll just show with that. Okay.
Okay.
It should be in that format only. First, you have to go for the average range. That is the formula. Average range first. Criteria 1, criteria 2. If you have 3, 4, you can go for that. It should be in that format only. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Any doubt regarding the formula? Okay, I'll
No,
close the
ma'am.
bracket. Close the bracket. Click on enter button. Okay. 73. Can we cross verify with this?
Yes, mom.
Sure, I'll just show it to you. I'll use equals to here. 2016, the first one average it if plus plus, then we have plus 16 plus 16 plus 16. Enter. So I'm using here equals to, I'll select this, divided by how many 16s are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, divided by 6. 1 minute here. Sorry, 1 minute. Delete. So I'll use equals to 2016 quantity plus 2016 quantity plus 2016 quantity plus plus the last one is plus, then you have the plus. Click on enter. So you can see here automatically you'll get the answer divided by 6. Any doubt? So instead of calculating in again and again, directly you can use the average ifs formula. Okay. Now you can go for equals to 2017 blazer plus, sorry, 2017 blazer 72 plus 2017 blazer plus, click on enter option, equals to, I'll select this option, divided by 2. Any doubt? If you want, I'll explain it once.
No, ma'am. Understood.
Okay, I'll give one work to you. So by using average ifs, if and ifs, both the things. Okay, so what is your work? So you have to calculate what is the uh, sales average for the month, sorry, for the year 2017. Okay, you got my question? You have to calculate what is the sales average for the year 2017.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, just work on it. So if it is possible, just go for the what is the average sales for the year 2017 of t-shirt. Okay, what do you have to do? Sales average for the year 2017 for the product of t-shirt. Okay,
Ma'am, 2017 or 16, ma'am?
which one, ma?
Sales average for the year.
This is sales average for the year 17. This is sales average for the year 16 for the product t-shirt.
Okay, ma'am.
Is that fine, other people?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so tomorrow I'll send you the data. You work on it. If you have any query, let me know in the next class. Okay,
Okay,
1 minute.
ma'am.
Don't log out, guys.
Yes, ma'am.
I have to take the attendance. Okay, wait for 2 minutes.
Ma'am,
Yes, pa.
could you please send a recording of the Friday class?
Friday. Yes, ma. I'll send it to you.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, you work on it. If you have any query, let me know in the next class. Okay. Bye, guys. Take care.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, pa. Yes, pa.